Hello, hello. I have another Eating Well magazine, Ingredients for the Good Life. This one is from July and August of this year, so it's current. You can see there is a burger. There we go, hamburger on the front. Some red onion, lettuce, zucchini maybe, cucumbers, I'm not really sure. Is that pineapple? I might just be making things up now. So let's go through it. Okay, whatever this is, I want that. Page 70. Looking forward to it. Now this is an advertisement here. The kind of good that gets the grill going again. Okay. And it's these hot dogs, right? And I don't eat hot dogs, but they cut off the ends of all of them. And why? And they only cut off one end, so it's not about cooking. It appears to be purely aesthetic. Is it because they were too big for the buns? Could they not find bigger buns? I'm very confused about this ad. But as someone who doesn't eat hot dogs, maybe I'm not an expert in hot dog preparation. In China, hot dogs were a street food, and they didn't come with a bun generally. They would be on a stick, and they would score little X's across the hot dog and then season it. Okay, let's see. Here we have a question they asked. What's your favorite thing to make with zucchini? My parents grow them the size of baseball bats, so I grill those with lemon, olive oil, salt, and pepper. Chocolate zucchini cake. Sauté until jammy, serve over pasta with lemon, pepper flakes, and lots of parm. A Mexican dish we call calabacitas. It's like ratatouille, but with Mexican spices, chilies, onions, tomatoes, cheese. Yummy. Garlic sprinkled zucchini fries. Zucchini coconut curry. Hummus naan pizza, and a zucchini skillet with ground sirloin, onions, tomatoes, and sliced zucchini seasoned with chili powder and Tabasco. When I was young, my mom would force me to eat zucchini, and so now I don't eat it. I avoid it. Good life. Fresh ideas for every day. Yes, that's a chicken. She's very beautiful. And a cocktail. Oh, I get it. Like cocktail, like a chicken, like a rooster tail and a chicken. That makes sense, I guess. Award-winning cocktail maven Kate E. Richards, whose Drinking with Chicken's Instagram feed always makes us smile, spills on her garden-to-glass life with her brood. I like that they juxtaposed the chicken with a cat on the next page. The predator of chickens. I'd like to see more of this chicken. It's just kind of looking at us judgmentally here. We could have a spicy tomato vodka soda, which sounds like a Bloody Mary but carbonated, but it's not. Instead, you infuse the vodka with tomatoes for some reason, and a jalapeno pepper. I've heard of that before. And then you add in lemon juice, cherry tomatoes, and seltzer. That does not sound appealing. If you replaced the tomatoes with like raspberry, I could see it. Power couples. Boost your fitness workouts that complement each other. Obsessed with cycling? Adore weight training? Congratulations on finding a workout you love. But if your routine is one note, you're likely missing out on a whole symphony of benefits that other types of exercise offer. I'm really guilty of that. Recently I've been cycling a lot, but I haven't been like stretching afterwards or doing any sort of strength training because I just don't want to. And I know that I would be healthier if I did, and my limbs would be happier if I stretched. The problem is, I own 2 dogs, and every time I get on the floor to stretch, they think it's time to wrestle and attack me with kisses. So I don't get a lot of stretching done. But they recommend you pair cycling with yoga, which again makes sense given what I'm complaining with, flexibility and strength. I did find some YouTube videos of yoga for dizzy people or yoga for people with vertigo, because that's a problem I have with my balance. Mentioned it many times now. I do have chronic migraines, and a symptom that I have pretty constantly is light vertigo and some balance problems. So yoga can be difficult. If you like swimming, you can do plyometrics. What is plyometrics? Impact. It doesn't help you maintain swimming, doesn't help you maintain strong bones. I didn't know that. But any sort of weight training is actually really good for your bones. And if you like running, you should do strength training. I mean, I think all of these are just pairing. It's pairing up cardio with some sort of strength and, well, whatever. Okay. The joy of cooking with kids. Parenting experts tell you that baking cookies and preparing meals with your children is a bonding experience that teaches them all sorts of vital life lessons, ones that will help them become better human beings with sophisticated palates. Allow me to share some of the gems my kids have learned. Well, this sounds sweet, especially since a lot of kids are at home right now. It's important to know where your food comes from. Sustainably sourced, seasonal, sure, but it's about so much more than that. 7 years ago on summer vacation, my then 7-year-old watched in horror, her face a perfect replica of the Scream, as I dropped several dozen crabs into a giant pot of boiling water. Monster! How could I? We'd caught those crabs ourselves in the ocean. She'd spent the afternoon watching them skitter around in her sand buckets. She'd named some of them. Oh no, Mr. Pinchy. That seems like a really harsh lesson, and I don't think it is how I would teach my own hypothetical children about where food comes from. Okay. You can't believe everything you see on social media. Instagram is a magical fairyland of fondant, candy waterfall cakes, and time-lapse videos that will convince your kids that something gasp-worthy can be baked and decorated by a 12-year-old in 30 seconds. These are lies. But she will not believe you and insist on making French macarons, not to be confused with macaroons, which consist of 3 ingredients, don't take 6 hours to make from start to finish, and don't make your kitchen look like an almond flour bomb has blown into smithereens. Time management is an essential life skill. If the bacon takes 25 minutes to bake and the coffee cake is going to need 60, well, you do the math. That's something that I struggle with. I cook for myself mostly, and so I'm not picky about what I make for myself, but I think, if I wanted to make a dinner for other people, usually there's more than one course. Like, you might have your meat and your veggies and your carb, and they all need to be hot, probably. And I have never really figured out how to get that set up so perfectly. I mean, one of the easy things to do is just make a salad whenever, but yeah, I'm always very impressed by people who can sort of time it out. When you cook for yourself, you get more nutritious, well-balanced meals. Parental wisdom says, if your kids learn how to roast Brussels sprouts or sear salmon, they'll be more likely to eat them. And if there is proper parental supervision, by which I mean pressure, I have found that to be true. I mean, I'm perfectly capable of making super unhealthy food. And also when I go out, I like to eat things like pho, which is just fish and vegetables and some rice, so you can definitely get nutritious stuff outside the house, but I'm not a child, so mistakes happen, but you will learn from them. Very true. A lot of planning and work goes into prepping family meals. Yes. Dinner time is sacred. Okay. Like for some people, I suppose. Hot stuff. A recipe for beauty. 6 hair and skin essentials for when the heat index is just ridiculous. Like today. It's too hot. Flip-flops, G&Ts, floating in the backyard pool. This is why we call them the carefree days of summer. And we need them more than ever. I don't know who's having a carefree summer. But these are just some pics that I'm sure they were sponsored because this is a food magazine, so I don't know why they are advertising this stuff. Okay. We dig composting. It's a small step we can all take to lessen our impact on the planet. Eating Well consulted a master composter for all the how-to details. So I actually do compost, but I live in a city, so my building has a service. We don't compost in our yard. It's sort of like, paying for your garbage removal. We have special composting buckets that we put out to the curb, and they pick them up and give us fresh buckets. So I do compost. It looks a bit like this. The bucket is uglier. More food makes its way into landfills and combustion facilities than any other material in everyday trash. I did not know that. I will say, my friend who composts in her backyard has trouble with her dog wanting to live in the compost heap. So, gotta be careful with that. Okay, let's see what can be composted. Fruit and vegetable peels, stems and scraps, eggshells, tea bags without staples and coffee filters, greasy pizza boxes, napkins, paper towels, and paper bags. I didn't know about napkins. Fats, oils, and dairy products, and compostable single-use products. And what not to compost, which is equally important, wood ash. Produce stickers. Yeah, you should remove the stickers from your produce. Commercial flowers. Interesting. I didn't know that. Pet waste. I did know that. Meat, bones, and fish. Yeah. I think the one that I pay for, because it's like a commercial composter, I can do meat, bones, and fish, but if you're doing your own backyard, it's not recommended. And weeds, because they'll just sprout. Frail old lady? No way. 94-year-old gymnast Johanna Quas proves the stereotype, and the shuffling nonagenarian, I've heard of an octogenarian, I've never seen nonagenarian, isn't inevitable. Here she is. Check her out. That requires strength and balance and talent. So way to go, Johanna. Or Johanna, probably. Let's see. The secret to staying spry for life is strong muscles, but protecting strength starts early. As we age, muscle mass and strength naturally begin to decline. After about age 40, the average person loses about 1% of their muscle mass and 2 to 3% of their strength annually. So, strength training is your best investment. You'll get a bigger bang for your buck if you pick up the habit when you're younger, because your body is able to build more muscle more efficiently. Prioritize protein. Make like Popeye. Older women who ate the most nitrate-rich veggies, like 1 cup of raw spinach per day, were 35% less likely to have weak grip strength and 28% less likely to have poor functional mobility compared to women who grazed on less. Well, that's good news for me. I eat a lot of spinach. And sleep on it. Many of the hormones that support muscle growth come out to play at night. Yeah, human growth hormone is secreted only while you sleep, and only if you sleep in pitch black. That's one of the reasons it's really important for children to sleep, actually, and to get about like 10 hours of night, and it's best if they can do it in the pitch black. That'll help them grow taller, but I guess also it'll help us support our muscles. Okay. Let the sunshine in. You probably know that catching a few rays can help your body produce vitamin D, a key nutrient for bone and heart health that 42% of American adults are deficient in. But it also sparks some other pretty impressive and surprising health benefits. I'm going to say right now that that statement is untrue, because any study that's going to look at the amount of sunshine you get and any other health correlate is going to be correlation and not causation. For example, better sleep and mood, lower BMI, reduced MS risk, and better blood pressure. Ignoring the reduced MS risk, which is an interesting one, people who have more free time and who live in good environments, like that have lots of parks or beaches or beautiful backyard, tend to have more money and better health care and probably better nutrition. And so people who have easier, less stressful lives are going to have better sleep and lower blood pressure and correspondingly lower BMI. So while the sun is good for you, as long as you wear sunscreen, this kind of stuff kind of annoys me. Let's read about multiple sclerosis. My grandfather actually had that, so it runs in my family. People living in sunnier areas of the world are less likely to develop this chronic condition, which causes the immune system to attack the body's own central nervous system. Even moderate UVB exposure between 4 and 10 hours a week was shown to lower the risk of MS in women under 40 by as much as 65%, compared to those in less sun-drenched areas. Although being outdoors, particularly during the summer months, can be beneficial no matter where you reside. The researchers believe the reason may be related to sunlight's effect on vitamin D levels, since deficiency in this nutrient has been linked to an increased risk of developing MS. But it may also have to do with sunlight itself and its direct effect on the immune system. Well, that's interesting. Oh, this is a question that I've had that they're answering over here, which is, does wearing sunscreen cancel out the benefits of the sun, particularly when it comes to vitamin D production? Elizabeth Hale, MD, Senior Vice President of the SCF and a Clinical Associate Professor of Dermatology, oh my gosh, such a long title here, says you can use SPF and still get all the rays you need while practicing other safe sun habits, like seeking shade and wearing a wide-brimmed hat. What? That didn't answer my question at all. Oh, okay, I see what they're saying. Basically, sunscreen and shade aren't perfect. If you're outside and you can see, then you're getting sunlight. Light is hitting your body. And how is this possible? For starters, no sunscreen blocks 100% of UV rays. SPF 30 filters 97% of them. And most people don't use sunscreen perfectly. The incidental sun exposure gives your body plenty of opportunity to make vitamin D. So this doctor here is saying there's no reason at the end. There's no need to go out of your way to soak up the sun to get your vitamin D. But I think what they're trying to say is when you do go outside, which is good for you, you should wear sunscreen, and you shouldn't use vitamin D as an excuse not to wear sunscreen. I think right now, when a lot of us are stuck inside, and there's no good reason to go outside, now especially we should go outside. I try to sit in my backyard every day. It's a shared yard, so that's not always possible or easy or convenient, but often I get up really early in the morning and I'll sit out with my dogs. So it's too hot right now to take a long walk, but hopefully soon. Okay. Riding the gravy train. Is fresh made food, whether you buy it or cook it for yourself, better for your dog? I don't know that I'll ever have it in me to cook for my dogs, other than occasionally giving them a fried egg. I feel like every year the food that is healthy for dogs changes. Like, I know the raw diet was popular. And then I saw a study that said actually it's probably worse for them. So I'm kind of, I feed them dog food and they like it. Okay, this looks delicious. Dinner tonight, 11 easy healthy recipes. Watermelon with mint lime Gremolata. I mean, this looks silly because just like squeeze out your limes, but I like to put lemon juice on my watermelon slices, and people think that's really weird, but apparently this magazine is with me on that combo. Okay. Watermelon with mint lime Gremolata. This flavor-boosting combo of mint and lime, inspired by the traditional Italian herb and garlic Gremolata, livens up juicy watermelon. Put a platter out at your next cookout and watch it disappear in an instant. Well, you know we're not having cookouts these days. But yeah, that seems pretty simple. Spicy Thai melon salad. Cantaloupe, arugula, and goat cheese salad. Salmon with chopped tomatillo salad. Yeah, this is what I want. We made this chopped salad with pico de gallo in mind. Tangy tomatillos add fresh crunch to the classic mixture of tomatoes, cilantro, and onion to brighten up the grilled salmon. I have my little stickies, and this is absolutely something I want to eat. Let's see. Pop a tomatillo. Although you want to remove the husk and rinse off the sticky coating before eating, look for firm tomatillos with an intact husk that's tight to the fruit. mango ginger barbecue chicken. This looks delicious. If someone fed this to me, or like, not fed it to me, but put this plate in front of me, I would eat it and be super happy. But I'm never gonna buy flank steak and cook it. I don't have a grill. I guess I don't know how they sold. I don't know. Yeah, grill the steak. And I'm too cheap to buy steak. But if one of you wants to buy me a steak, I am down for it. Okay, this sounds good. Curried grilled sweet potato wedges with peanut sauce. Yeah, I would definitely eat that. I think of sweet potatoes not as a summer food though. I get them in the fall, and sometimes I'll just throw one in the oven and roast it for a while and then just eat it like that. This is to grill it, but I don't have a grill. We'll figure it out. Okay, and grilled peach and brie smothered chicken. This is definitely something I would feed my father if he were visiting me. Oh, all of this sounds really good. These are all words that I like a lot. But I'm probably not going to make this for myself. And again, it's grilled. Herbed couscous and almond stuffed eggplant. I am allergic to almonds, so this one is a no. Here's another page full of random things. Let's see. Brow solution, CBD oil, fruit gummies for fuller hair. I think this is an ad. It must be an ad. It's so random. Okay, here we go. Handsome Hogs chopped salad. Who is Handsome Hog? Is he? No, he's Chef Justin Sutherland. This Iron Chef America and Top Chef alum draws inspiration from his family ties to the Deep South. Oh, his restaurant is the Handsome Hog in St. Paul, Minnesota. Okay, let's see. We've got cornbread, romaine, cabbage, black-eyed peas, corn kernels, pimentos. That sounds good. Okay. This one's for cooking with kids. So they have instructions for like what the kids should do to prepare it. And this is chicken zoodle salad. No, peanut zoodle salad with chicken. What on earth is a zoodle? Spiralizers allow recipe prep easy. Wow, I'm reading these all out of order. Spiralizers make recipe prep easy and allow little ones to help with cutting. Plus, those long curly noodles make vegetables fun to eat. So I'm guessing the zoodles are going to be whatever vegetable they spiralize into being noodles. Okay, summer table. 5 ideas to celebrate the season. I'm not sure about that one, Kate. Okay, build your own grilled cheese. It's called a grilled cheese, so why not make it on the grill? I mean, sure. I don't think of grilled cheese as like a summer food, though. It feels more like a winter food that you eat with soup. But I don't need a recipe for grilled cheese. I'm pretty sure I have that down. Okay, blended burgers with quick pickles. The secret to this super juicy, tasty burger: sauteed mushrooms cooked with a little smoked paprika, garlic powder, and sherry vinegar are mixed in with the beef. That's not for me. It sounds like a good idea if I were someone who liked burgers or mushrooms. Walnut pesto pasta salad. Now this sounds good to me. I love pesto. I love walnuts. I like pasta. I'm good with salad. Fresh tomatoes and roasted red peppers add a pop of bright color and juiciness here, but any of your favorite pasta salad veggies like blanched broccoli and fresh bell peppers would be delicious too. That does sound good. And of course they've matched it with an advertisement for walnuts. And slab tomato tart with burrata. Now I love this. I love a tart. I like tomatoes. Burrata is one of my favorite cheeses, but I don't know where you buy burrata. I don't think the grocery store just has that. At least mine doesn't. Olive oil and rye chocolate chunk blondies. I cooked, did I make brownies? I made some baked good with olive oil once because I thought, what's the harm? It might work. And it didn't work. And I think they were brownies. They tasted like olives. And it was a failed experiment. So I find myself very skeptical that this would work for blondies. Butter exists. So that would be my suggestion for making desserts. Or if you can't do butter, like vegetable oil, canola oil, but not olive oil. Olive oil has a flavor. Five super fast recipes, smoothie moves. Okay, let's see. They've got mango, raspberry, and whatever that is. Blueberry, coconut, and lemon. I was gonna say that's basil, but that's too much basil. That's gonna be spinach, banana, and peanut butter. Theoretically, somewhat peanut butter. And this one's called cherry pie. But this is kind of nice when you have these ideas here. So you add 1/2 to 1 cup liquid, 1 tablespoon to 1/4 of a cup of a creamy add-in, like nut butter, yogurt, coconut cream, or avocado. This is an avocado then. And then 1 to 2 cups of frozen fruits and vegetables, 1 tablespoon of a flavor boost, and sweetener if desired. I make really simple smoothies. I always use orange juice as my base, or sometimes I'll get like a mango or a pineapple orange juice, but yeah, orange juice and then frozen fruit. And I rarely add something creamy. I find them really flavorful. My favorite fruits to put in are mangoes and strawberries. That's my take on it, but it would probably be good to throw in some spinach or something just to add a little bit more nutrients. Not that I don't eat enough spinach already. I've been going through so much spinach. Plant-based meat splainer. If you want to go meatless but don't want to miss out on beefy savor and even juicy pink centers and bits of fat, there's never been a better time to shop your supermarket. We scan nutrition labels and put 15 brands to the taste test. Here's what we learned. I don't like burgers, so when I eat a veggie burger, my hope is it tastes not like a burger at all. Keen on quinoa. So I like quinoa. I ate it for a little while and then I developed an allergy to it. So I can't eat it, which, well, it's a little annoying. A lot of health food, like they just like to put quinoa in things. Like there was a place where I like to get rice bowls with, veggies and meat, and then they started randomly mixing quinoa in with their rice, which was just frustrating for me. I've never met anyone else who has trouble with quinoa, but it makes me really ill. Okay. Go ahead, relax. It's summer. With all the stress that 2020 has brought, you deserve a little downtime. So do as the French do and treat yourself to an apéro. That's how they do happy hour. Just pour a glass of rosé or mix up a cassis spritz, make some snacks, and put your feet up, preferably outside, with a light nibble. It can be as simple as a nice wedge of brie, hard salami, and crusty baguette, or more dressed up with spicy herbed olives, chive cheese, crackers, and goat cheese canapes with peach, sage, and prosciutto. And if you take the truly chilled-out approach and let these light bites be your dinner, we certainly won't judge. I do like all of the things mentioned here. Okay. White gazpacho. Oh, I love gazpacho, but why is it white? This take on gazpacho replaces the tomato with melon or grapes. Why? Why would you do that? And then you add almonds. Okay, I'm allergic to this. What is a cassis spritz? It is creme de cassis and more blackcurrant syrup, white vermouth, sparkling water, and orange zest. Goat cheese canapé with peach, sage, and prosciutto. There are endless ways to change these up. Plums and tarragon, cherries and mint, apricots and cheville. Mix 6 ounces of softened goat cheese with 1 tablespoon honey if you can't find honey chèvre. Delicious. Duck prosciutto. Man, this magazine is living a better life than I am. Chive cheese crackers. Oh, this is a recipe for the actual cracker, it sounds like. Carrot roulets with tuka. I don't know what tuka is. Spicy herbed olives. Okay. This is a lot of information about burgers. Since 1990, Eating Well has visited and revisited that American icon, the hamburger, more than any other sandwich. Looking through the archives of those recipes provides a roadmap of sorts, an illustration of the ways we bring good health and good taste together. Following are some of our most well-traveled routes and delicious takes on each. Okay. Burger of the Year. 2013 Korean Kimchi Turkey Burgers. I don't mind a turkey burger and I love kimchi, so I definitely would eat that. That is a yes from me. Turkish lamb pita burgers. Now this doesn't sound like a burger so much as Turkish lamb and a pita, so I would probably eat that too. 2019 jalapeno popper burgers. No thank you. 2005 wasabi salmon burgers. There's not even a bun here, in which case this is just like grilled salmon, right? Ginger, sesame oil, and wasabi. Balanced briny salmon. Serve it on a salad. Well, in what way is that a burger and not just fish? I mean, I would eat it because it's not a burger. Okay. 1993 beef and bulgur burger with caramelized onions. I do love a caramelized onion, but look at this. They say it's gonna take 40 minutes. Caramelizing enough onions was probably gonna take at least an hour by itself. But these onions in this picture aren't caramelized. Look at them. Do you see caramel? No. Mediterranean portobello burger. No, thank you. Okay, we got greens with tomatoes, peaches and raspberry vinaigrette, spicy eggplant and shishitos, and s'mores pie. Raspberry tarragon shrub. What on earth is that? A shrub is a bush. Here, tangy raspberries and tarragon transform into a shrub, a sweet vinegar-based syrup. Okay, it's for a drink. Koji brined pork shoulder. And ginger pickled carrots. And here we have a bunch of white people. Okay, but look at these baby piglets. These piglets are so cute. They have little spots. More white people. Okay, a non-white person. I'm doing plant-based meats. Or, it's not meat, plant-based protein. Okay, the Ice Age. Small batch liquors, specialty bitters, homemade bar carts. The craft cocktail movement gave us many things, but it also turned us on to something that has nothing to do with booze, an obsession with ice. From baseball-sized spheres to pyramid-shaped drops, this ice doesn't just look awesome, it amps up the entire experience of everything you sip. I'm not sure I will ever care about ice enough to read that next page. Ingredient ID. See, yeah, they mentioned duck prosciutto. And they tell you where you can find it. Okay. I'd have to order special for it. It's a much fancier life that I'm living. Oh, this is useful. Is there an easy way to get rid of fruit flies? Fruit flies can be an annoyance year-round, but most of these tiny pests show up in the summer and fall. That's because they're attracted to ripe or decaying fruits and vegetables, and produce decays more quickly when it's hotter. Fruit flies lay their eggs, up to 500 at a time, on the surface of those foods, so they can hitchhike inside your home on produce from anywhere, including your garden, local farm stand, or a supermarket. So, wash your produce and dry it before storing. Don't leave fruits and veggies on the counter. Cut away and discard any cracked or damaged portions of your produce and refrigerate what you saved. Fruit flies like to breed in moist kitchen areas. Regularly remove garbage, recycling, and compost, and keep these other spots clean and dry. When you find something decaying in your kitchen, bring it outside to your trash or compost pile immediately. If you already have fruit flies, set cider vinegar traps and get rid of potential breeding areas. No cook sauce with tomatoes. Raw tomato sauce. 2 pounds of plum and or heirloom tomatoes coarsely chopped. So combine your veggies and pulse with the food processor. Put in oil. Interesting. I feel like that would give me terrible heartburn. And here we have two people who are terraforming Detroit. One garden at a time. That's nice. Okay. That is it for this magazine. There are a couple recipes I want to try, so that's exciting. I think I'm gonna start eating more fish. Seemed like that's what I'm into in these magazines, or the fish dishes. Although I'm surprised I really haven't seen any tofu based dishes, given that they seem okay with vegetarians. You'd think that they'd have more tofu options. Anyway, I hope you're sleeping. Have a good night.